Check, check. Truth Talk Nation presents. Just checking out the mics right now. We going live, fam. We going live. All right. Welcome back. I know I've been gone, man, for like a week. I've been traveling, man. I was trying to get in the mix, travel with the family, shit, But it's been a lot of news, yo. A lot of news, man, in the past week that's been going on. But as you see who we got on the screen today, Dwight Howard. Some explosive news about Dwight Howard and a mystery transgender, saying that Dwight Howard tried to let him or whatever sign some papers to keep their discussions or whatever their conversation disclosed. And this is right here, the transgender right here. Let's look at some more. His name is Mashim Eli. There you go right here. So right now we're just gonna get to the news right here. This is Dwight Howard looking fruity as he can be, saying that he ain't gay. So let's roll the clip.
I went through a situation last year that kind of it really just set me free.
Okay.
The situation was an allegation with a guy who said it ended up being a situation that went viral. Mm-hmm. People were talking about it, and it upset me because I didn't even know who the person was. I'm like, why would somebody who I've never met, never had any
Come on, man, Dwight. It's been rumors for years, man, that you was out there like that, man. It's finally coming out, man. So you saying that you don't know this guy, but you tried to make this guy sign some disclosed papers.
Contact with it, make up a whole story about me. And I saw all the hate, the pure hate from people that I've never met before, just pile up everywhere I went against me. And I think that liberated me.
Liberated, man. You already been outed. So you saying liberated, man, would mean you might as well just come clean with it, man. And liberate yourself. Quit hiding in the closet, yo. I mean, it's cool, Dwight. We've been hearing about these allegations and allegedly that you was out there, man, for years, man. Even though you got baby mamas and all this, man. It's called the cover up,
Because I saw how a lot of people would feel, whether they're gay, whether they're straight, whether they have issues. People are afraid to be who they are. They're afraid to just step out and be, like you said, because they're afraid of what other people might say or think about them. And so that situation made me realize, you're not like this, but just be you, be free.
Meaning you're not gay.
I'm not gay. So it's a lot of people who...
See, there's a lot of men out there, man, that's undercover, man, that's, they don't think they gay. They have a relationship with a transgender. They, man, maybe gave them some oral or something, and they feel like they ain't gay. But like he said, I'm liberated now, as you see and as you hear. So, come on out, Dwight, man, it's all right. You got a whole LGBTQZ group that'll push for you, man.
And they have to hide. And it's people who have mental issues and they have to hide. It's people who have different problems in life and they have to hide. They have to put on a mask every day. It's like, well, I don't want to wear no mask. I just want to be.
It definitely is one of the most liberating things when you can truly feel like I don't care what anyone else thinks about me. It just matters you and your close friends and family, right?
It did. And it hurt at first to go through it. It hurt. I sat at home and I was like, man, I'll never want to come outside again. But I'm like, why?
How long did that take for you? Like, were you just sitting at home alone?
Man, enough, man. Was you just sitting at home, man? Come on, man, Dwight. You was messing with my man right here. Wasn't you? I mean, come on, man. Just come on out. You said that you don't want to wear a mask. This is baby mama. I think that was from I want to say not Love and Hip Hop, Basketball Wives. I think she was on like in the first 2 seasons. And this, they kind of look alike. The transgender and his wife, look, they got the same hairstyle. We know what type you got. Dwight, just come on out, man. You know, this is pictures of my man. She, Massine. You know, I ain't disrespect, you know, but enough with that, man. Enough. Man, oh man, like Dwight, man, come on now. You know, you done got busted and outed, and so this is what makes it hard for me to understand, because you know you got so much protection now that to where you don't need to cover up Dwight. So just come on out, man. That's all I'm gonna talk about on that story, because that's just crazy, man. That was one of my favorite basketball players when he played with Orlando, man, and it was always rumors out there, allegedly, that you know he was out there. You know what I'm saying? And so, as we see, them stories is coming true thanks to the internet. But we got another story today about, it was a noose at the Stanford University hanging from a tree, and no one can seem to explain why it was hanging there. But we're gonna roll this clip today of the noose hanging at the prestigious University Stanford. Let's roll this.
Well, the med students we talked with say they spotted the noose hanging from a tree here on campus on Friday night. They did call Stanford Public Safety, but they tell us that they feel that their concerns were dismissed.
You know why they was dismissed. They don't give a fuck. They like, yeah, right, we don't care. It's a noose hanging. Let's roll.
Sharon Perkins took this photo of a noose hanging from a small tree in front of a dorm at Stanford. She says just the sight of it was enough to scare her.
My immediate thought was just nothing but fear, because I had never actually physically seen a noose. So I was just distraught and really didn't know how to feel. And immediately, to be honest, I got on Southwest and looked for plane tickets.
Perkins is a med student working as an advisor for a summer program at Stanford, teaching high school students about emergency medicine. She says many of those involved with the program are minorities, and she feels the noose was a message to them. This program assistant, who asked not to be identified, also saw the noose.
I was scared. We were the biggest minority summer camp.
Program staff called Stanford Public Safety, but say the response was lacking.
It was just kind of seemed to be dismissed and swept under the rug.
We reached out to Stanford, which issued a statement saying the incident is currently under investigation as a suspicious circumstance. But if additional evidence comes to light, it may be reclassified as a hate crime.
Which means they not gonna really investigate the shit. They gonna brush the shit up under the rug. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back to and read that again. This is some brushing under the rug shit right here.
But if additional evidence comes to light, it may be reclassified as a hate crime. Adding, such a symbol has...
Which means, in other words, they on code. Which means they gonna warn the person who, if they think whoever did it, you know, don't do it because, you know, this is a federal crime. We don't want to have to charge you. You know, this is on some cold shit.
Place on our campus. Perkins agrees.
And especially to be found on Stanford University, where this is supposed to be a school that's all about inclusion and diversity.
Shit, diversity. Stanford was known and it still is known for its hate crimes and his hateful speech that comes up out of Stanford, and all the white supremacists that come up out of Stanford. Come on now, isn't that where I want to say Hillary come from? I might be wrong. I have to do some more research on that.
It just really upset me.
In Palo Alto, Marianne Favreau, NBC Bay Area News.
Wow. But as we see, all summer is more hateful shit. They targeting black college kids that's there for the summer programs at the prestigious Stanford University. You know, these white supremacists don't give a damn about you or us, you know. And so I don't really know what to say about that shit, because it's been nooses hanging for the past few years and blacks hung from them. You know what I'm saying? Like the one black that was found in Georgia, and I want to say in Atlanta, and also one at the Walmart parking lot. black person was found hung. You know what I'm saying? So it just seems to me nobody is giving a damn, especially us melanoid Nubian people. We need to pay attention to all this shit, because you got white supremacists out here that's targeting us left and right all summer. This is a hot red summer, and I said it way back. I want to say in my first EP, episode number 1, that was going to be a hot red summer. But you know, let's move on to the next post. We got Madonna that was taking pictures with her daughter with watermelons and shit. You know what I'm saying? We've always suspected Madonna to be a racist ass bitch, even though she done dated and sucked numerous of black cocks. You know what I'm saying? We all know this about Madonna. She don't give a fuck. And you know, let's roll this clip.
Two of her black adopted children standing behind slices of watermelon. Madonna has 4 adopted children from Africa, so she was trolling with the pictures, or was it a publicity stunt used to bring attention to her new music? A lot of people have responded. One person says, so Madonna thought it was okay to take pictures of her black kids with watermelon. She can't possibly be this ignorant. Another writes, Madonna...
As tokens or as action figures is what I would say. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're little dolls or something, or little monkeys that they want to play. We're going to go adopt a black child and dress it up in black boy and dress it up in dresses and ballet shoes. We're going to get little black girls and cut out watermelon dresses for them and post them on that. This is right here is pure racism bullshit. And they still trying to take up for Madonna, as you see, as you hear. Even the newsman that's reporting on this is taking up and being on cold. Let's roll.
One person says, I'm not saying Madonna's Instagram isn't cringing, but can y'all stop inserting trauma at everything? Can people just be simple, like watermelon is a fruit that everyone...
Yeah, but we have the history of black and the watermelon pics and the white supremacists portraying watermelon as something evil to blacks, or degrading, you know what I'm saying, if black people eat watermelons. You know what I'm saying? This is bullshit. I done flew all across the world and seen people eating watermelons and shit. All white people, they eat watermelons too. But they want to socialize watermelons and keep stirring up this hateful rhetoric and this hateful images of us with this watermelon. So let's roll this.
One eats and loves. The F is wrong with this pic unless you try to insert some racist context. Now, here to talk about it is media person.
That's enough of that, man. Madonna is a racist bitch, as we all know. You know, she adopted them racist girls, racist kids. I mean, not racist girls. These black kids, black children, and continuously to parade them around the world doing racist things with them, portraying them in racist pics, bringing them out on stage like they're some type of monkeys. But nobody want to say shit about Madonna doing this shit across the world. But because she's against Trump, we cool with Madonna. They're all on the same team, people. Democrats, Republicans, they're all white supremacists on the same team if they down with the white supremacy and on code. You know. As we see, we're going to move on to this next story. We got a woman that was out on campus. This is another, they targeted our kids in summer school at college. The cop pulled her over and smelled, I guess, some type of weed. You know what I'm saying? They did a search of the car and everything, didn't find nothing. So they in the middle of the street or on the freeway where they pulled the girl out, the young black lady over, they did a cavity search. Right there on the freeway, in the middle of the street, on the side of the street, so everybody can see. So let's roll this clip right here.
Start tonight with exclusive images of a Houston woman forced to endure a body cavity search in public and demanding accountability. The incident resulted in the criminal indictment of 2 Harris County deputies, charges that have since been quietly dropped. Our Greg Rugen has the Only on Fox story tonight.
If the images captured by dashcam video accurately portrayed the ordeal endured by Sharnisha Corley, Many in the community will seriously question why 2 Harris County deputies have been cleared of criminal charges and a third never charged at all. It's now been 2 years since a traffic stop triggered what Corley's attorney calls sexual assault by police.
21-year-old African-American female, college student, had never had any criminal history, never been in trouble.
Still images obtained by Fox 26 show Corley in cuffs while deputies search her car.
One of the officers on the tape, you could hear him talking to the passenger that was already in custody in the officer's car. You could hear him telling that individual, oh, we're going to find something if we have to put our hands on her.
And they did.
See, they getting wrong out here, and they just coming to the point where they don't give a damn no more. They sticking their hand all the way up your ass, searching for what, and they know it's nothing. They know it's nothing for marijuana, a plant that grows across the world, that's legalized in states after states, cities and cities, and yet and still they targeting her over a little marijuana and want to do a body cavity search. Come on now, people, let's roll.
After a search of Corley's clothing turned up nothing, deputies decided to take their hunt deeper.
This same officer body slammed Miss Corley, stuck her head underneath the vehicle, and
as you see, body slammed this lady, this black Nubian queen, stuck her head up under the car, and continue. Here is a lawsuit, and this is a violation of your civil rights and the Constitution. But yet and still, they keep violating us and wonder why we get to a point to where we need these damn reparations. We need not just reparations, we need justice, but the justice system seems to not work for us in no situations.
completely pulled her pants off, leaving her naked and exposed in that Texaco parking lot.
Attorney Sam Kamak says what happened next amounts to rape by cop.
They then took Miss Corley and put her ankles behind her ears, both of her ankles, in a spread eagle position.
Come on now.
Her ears, both of her ankles, in a spread eagle position, and begin to search for something in Miss Corley's cavity, in her vaginal area.
And according to the video, which Fox 26 has fully reviewed, the probing went on for at least 11 excruciating minutes.
11 minutes of cavity search. That's fondling. That's rape. That's sexual harassment. This man should be fired immediately.
For Corley was allowed to emerge from beneath the car and cover her naked body. We asked Harris County Prosecutor Natasha Sinclair if cavity searching suspects in public constitutes a criminal offense.
No one in this office stands by the search the way it was conducted. No one condones that. No one thinks it's appropriate. It should not have happened. However, bad decisions, bad judgment may not rise to the level of criminal offense.
Fox 26 has learned charges were dismissed against the deputies on August 4th.
You would think the charges will be dropped against this young lady, this victim. They put her head up under the car for 11 minutes while they did fondling and raping of this Nubian queen, and you trying to say that the charges was dropped?
The very day the case was set for trial, and within minutes rapidly represented to a grand jury with what the DA's office calls new evidence which must remain secret.
There has been no new factual evidence to support dismissal of the case.
I feel terrible for what happened to Miss Corley. It should never have happened. Unfortunately, we're in the business of prosecuting criminal offenses.
Oh, did you hear that? We in a business. We in a business. Tell it.
It may not be criminal.
Let's talk about it one more time.
To support dismissal of the case.
I feel terrible for what happened to Miss Corley. It should never have happened. Unfortunately, we're in the business of prosecuting criminal offenses. And though it may not be criminal, that doesn't mean that she won't receive justice.
The deputies involved remain on the force and may soon be released from administrative duty.
After 11 minutes of rape, they still remain on the force, and they thinking about releasing them. You see this bullshit, people? Enough with this. Enough with this story. They sit there, they harass us every day. They wake up in the mornings looking to harass us. And yet and still they want to call us the animals. The United States is turning into South Africa. It's turning to South Africa in the 60s and the 70s when Mandela fought against the South Africans in Rhodesia. You know? And this is what America is turning into. They can just roll up, you know what I'm saying? They might smell some weed. If they search the car, don't find nothing, they gonna stick their hands all up your ass and grab your balls, put the hands all on the lady's private. This is a bunch of bullshit. As you see, this is why the Truth Talk Nation presents. We show you these stories. They ain't even talking about this shit on the news. You haven't probably even seen this shit. But you know, this is the stories we coming with, and this is disturbing. What that young lady had to go through, and her experience in college. This young lady has just went to college there for the summer and have to experience these race soldiers pulling her over and sexually assaulting her and raping her on the side of the road. Well, next story, we got the activist that was killed and stuffed in the trunk in Louisiana, you know, Sadie Roberts Joseph. They supposedly found the killer. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's going on.
In the investigation into the death of a beloved African-American activist in Baton Rouge. Her body was found in the trunk of her car. A short time ago, authorities now announcing they have a suspect in custody and what they've now learned. Here's ABC's Alex Perez.
Tonight, police announcing an arrest in the murder of beloved Baton Rouge civil rights leader Sadie Roberts Joseph.
We received so many phone calls from the community when they learned it was Miss Sadie.
Ron Jermaine Bell, a convicted sex offender,
Look at this man. Look at him. Could this be the fall guy, or this guy could have did it, you know? I mean, let's see.
Charged with first-degree murder.
We believe Ron Bell was a tenant in one of her rent houses. We believe that he was behind several months on his rent.
The 75-year-old's body was found Friday, stuffed in the trunk of her car. In addition to creating the city's Black History Museum, Roberts Joseph spent decades working to educate people. Tonight, a shattered community and her daughter vowing to protect her legacy.
For those who were and are angry, live a better life. Give of yourself to your community to make the whole better.
David.
Wow. That's sad, though. You know, for the lady to be such an inspiration to the community, and for this crime to go on and be such magnitude it is, as far as in the media, you know, it's very sad, man. People, you know, I don't even know what to say about that one. You know, but we're gonna, you know, come back and do a little bit more investigation before I touch on that one. But we got another story of France showing off a jet-powered hovercraft that they got ready for war. You know what I'm saying? People, this is the Matrix. They got the drones, they got the people flying on hovercrafts. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what France debuted at their military parade. This is their military parade. Let's see that one more time. With the gun, he got the gun. This shit, riots and protest they're going to use that first. This is what they want to come when we protest. They're going to be flying all on the top of us with the drones flying. Welcome to the future, 2020. Yeah, man, the future, man, is ill. You know, they got flying hovercrafts, man, that they coming up with, you know, to sit there and combat the average civilian, is what I say, you know. So, you know, we like to come with the Truth Talk Nation, truth stories, you know, for you. That way you see the truth. You see some of the stories you might not see on your social media or on some of your timelines or something. Or you might be at work where you can watch this for 15, 20 minutes. That's why I do see. These race soldiers, man, they trying to figure out all kind of ways, man. Space. Hitting us from the air, man, with the chemtrails. You know, so they come in numerous ways. They hitting us with the food. So we just got to stay up on our game, man, and keep learning out here. Keep following the ways of God, because this evilness is out here will be combated. But I'm gonna leave y'all with another speech, man. I ain't gonna play that much of this, but you know, as I say, I'm trying to, you know, leave y'all with a speech from Malcolm, because the shit that he was talking back then, you know, is shit we need to learn and know about today. So I'm signing out. This is Judah Awoke Ace. You know what I'm saying? This is another Truth Talk Nation News Presents episode 7. And I'll be back in a few more days. Peace.
To understand the Negro in the field Negro, the house Negro, they lived in the house with master. They dressed pretty good. They ate good because they ate his food, what he left. They lived in the attic or the basement, but still they lived near their master. And they loved their master more than the master loved himself. They would give their life to save their master's house quicker than the master would. The house Negro, if the master said, we got a good house here, the house Negro say, yeah, we got a good house here. Whenever the master said we, he said we. That's how you can tell a house Negro. If the master's house caught on fire, the house Negro would fight harder to put the blaze out than the master would. If the master got sick, the house Negro would say, what's the matter, boss? We sick. We sick.